Hello friends! Are you ready to discover an ancient civilization that is lost in the dusty pages of history today, but left a deep mark on world history? Yes, you guessed it right. Today, we will dive into the fascinating story of the Sumerian civilization, which emerged from the mysterious and fertile lands of Mesopotamia and said hello to us in the depths of history. The Sumerians, who emerged with the first rays of the sun in the 4th millennium BC, marked a turning point that laid not only their own era, but also the foundations of our modern civilization. This ancient civilization, which directs your technology, science, and culture, is as if a spell touched the stage of history. But did you know that the Sumerian civilization had a magical atmosphere, not only with science and technology, but also with the city-states they developed, interesting gods, and miraculous writing systems? Today, we will open the curtain behind this mysterious civilization and discover the permanent traces left by the Sumerians. Are you ready? Because history is calling you, and we will embark on this adventure together. Let's take a time journey into the mysterious world of the Sumerian civilization. First, cuneiform, one of the unique and pioneering contributions of the Sumerian civilization, developed in the 4th millennium BC. This magnificent discovery was born from the combination of symbols engraved on clay tablets and shed light on us by opening the foggy curtains of the prehistoric world. Cuneiform emerged as a means of keeping records of a complete civilization. In Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians lived, in the 4th millennium BC, they communicated with simple signs carved on mud tablets. But over time, it was part of the evolution that these signs began to represent not only objects, but also abstract concepts. One of the most interesting stages of this evolution is that cuneiform acquired the ability to represent sounds. It now included not only visual symbols, but also sound symbols. Thus, each symbol could represent both an object or concept and a sound. If it were not for this magnificent discovery, world history would undoubtedly paint a darker picture. The absence of writing would make it difficult to transmit knowledge from generation to generation, restrict cultural exchange, and prevent us from understanding the foggy past of prehistory. A world without cuneiform would perhaps be deprived of the written cultures of great civilizations, leaving a huge gap in humanity's knowledge. Under the starry nights it brought with it, the Sumerians' deep interest in the sky reveals another unique dimension that shaped the history of civilization: Sumerian astronomy and calendar system. These observations and the accurate measurement of time have had a major impact on a number of areas, from agricultural activities to social organization. Sumerians started an astronomy tradition by carefully observing the sky in Mesopotamia, where they lived in 4000 BC. They systematically recorded astronomical observations by examining the movements of stars and the positions of planets. This information, combined with observations accumulated over time, has created a comprehensive astronomy knowledge. However, another important area in which Sumerian astronomy did not only involve observations was the development of calendar systems. Since agriculture formed the basis of Sumerian society, accurate measurement and planning of seasons and natural events was of great importance. At this point, the Sumerians took a remarkable step towards developing calendar systems. If Sumerian astronomy had not developed these observations and calendar systems, humanity would have experienced a significant lag in agricultural activities and social organization. Since agriculture is based on certain seasons and nature cycles, harvesting activities and agricultural activities would be inefficient because the timing would not be correct. This would seriously affect the nutritional and economic security of societies. These observations and calendar systems of Sumerian astronomy influenced not only their own society but also other civilizations around them. This information was adopted and developed by later civilizations. For these reasons, sky observations and calendar systems are only part of the legacy of the Sumerian civilization. This information has become an important milestone that determines the basic elements in the agricultural and social organization of humanity. The Sumerian civilization is a star that illuminates the pages of history, not only with the works engraved on clay tablets, but also with mathematical and scientific developments. Their discoveries in mathematical and scientific fields led them to lay the foundations of the modern world and inspire future generations. The Sumerians developed a system similar to our current decimal counting system, using base 6 in mathematics. Numbers and calculations recorded using cuneiform script were used in a wide range of areas, from trade to construction, from astronomy to daily life practices. If the Sumerians had not had these mathematical developments, perhaps modern mathematics and number systems would not have been at such an advanced level. In addition, the Sumerians' mastery of scientific calculations is also astonishing. By combining their astronomical observations and mathematical knowledge, they were capable of predicting, for example, solar and lunar eclipses. This further enriched their knowledge of the accurate measurement of time and guided future civilizations. These studies of the Sumerians in the field of mathematics and science went beyond the interaction between civilizations and greatly influenced the civilizations that followed them. Mathematicians and scientists in later periods continued their own developments based on these basic works of the Sumerians and laid the foundations of modern technology. Therefore, the mathematical and scientific legacy of the Sumerian civilization was a critical turning point, not only for the civilization of their time, but also for all humanity. This information symbolizes the endless potential of progress and discovery in the light of the past. The story of the Sumerian civilization is shaped not only by abstract concepts such as mathematics and astronomy, but also by a concrete entity that radically changed our daily lives: the wheel. This simple, yet revolutionary invention of the Sumerians revolutionized transportation and transportation systems, thus expanding the boundaries of trade and bringing civilizations closer together. The discovery of the wheel radically changed daily life. This invention, which seemed as simple as a wooden disc rolling on dirt roads, increased carrying capacity and greatly reduced labor force. This meant that goods and products could be transported more effectively, thus enabling trade to expand to wider geographies. If the Sumerians had not discovered the wheel, we would have had to face the difficulties of transportation. Due to their great weight, materials had to be transported by human and animal power, which would seriously limit the limits of trade. The discovery of the wheel allowed the liberalization of trade and the spread of cultural exchange, while using the workforce efficiently. The Sumerian discovery of the wheel also contributed to the growth of cities and the expansion of civilizations. More effective use of trade routes accelerated the growth of city-states and paved the way for cultural, economic, and technological changes. It is truly impressive to think about how much of an impact this simple invention of the wheel has had on our daily lives and the evolution of civilizations. Humanity has taken an important step towards building a closer world thanks to the turning of the wheel, easier transportation, and liberalization of trade. Irrigation. Systems and agriculture. Taking another look at the achievements of the Sumerian civilization brings us to another miracle that took place in the fertile lands of Mesopotamia: complex irrigation systems and universal agricultural techniques. This ancient civilization developed a set of knowledge and practices that shaped not only its own destiny, but also the destiny of all humanity. These great contributions of the Sumerians in the field of agriculture accelerated not only their daily lives, but also the emergence of city-states and developed societies. Controlling water resources and building irrigation canals in Mesopotamia increased agricultural productivity tremendously. If the Sumerians did not have these complex irrigation systems and agricultural techniques, the world would be a very different place. Agricultural productivity would decline, making it difficult for societies to grow and develop. The emergence of city-states was delayed because these city-states were generally built around fertile lands and supported by regular irrigation of these lands. Additionally, societies that did not have access to advanced agricultural methods would have to live in more primitive conditions. This situation would lead to a great setback, not only in terms of food security, but also in cultural and economic terms. However, These complex irrigation systems and agricultural techniques of the Sumerians accelerated the progress of civilization, and this knowledge was adopted and developed by later civilizations. Even today, the basic principles of agriculture are largely built on this ancient legacy of the Sumerian civilization. The Sumerian wisdom in this area transformed not only agriculture, but also the social and economic structure of human societies. This is an important legacy they left not only for their own time, but also for all humanity. As a result, if it were not for these important inventions made by the Sumerians, the world would have taken a very different course in taking its current shape. These early developments in writing, mathematics, astronomy, and many other fields deeply influenced the evolution of humanity and formed the basis of civilization. The Sumerian civilization played a groundbreaking role in the transfer of knowledge and culture, and left a legacy that continues to live on today. Thank you for reaching the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any suggestions or comments, please share them in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss similar videos. See you in the next video.